Daryl's getting an amazing shot there of the Opera House.
I'm so glad that Sydney has brought the old Manly ferries back to life again. That would have been a bad decision to have these new fast ferries. Oh wow, oh, we're gonna have a big splash here. Oh my God, people are screaming on this one tonight.
In this day's video, Daryl and Glenn spend the day touring the sights of Sydney, capturing the moments and creating the memories.
G'day and welcome to another video. It is Sunday, the 29th of March 2026, and this is day 7. We're waking up in beautiful Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, and it looks as though it's going to be a beautiful day. I hope you guys enjoyed day 6 yesterday. Walking around Sydney, it was a lovely day, quite windy, but spectacular footage from the harbour with all those massive waves. Today we're going to take a different walk. We're going to go up towards Barangaroo to Circular Quay and hopefully then get on the ferries around Darling Harbour. Of course we're going to be going to Manly, and we're going to be showing you the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge later on. It's our last day in Sydney today. Tomorrow we are heading to Brisbane. So the big question is, will you be joining us? If so, today definitely grab your sun hats, grab your sun cream, your sunnies, and come and say g'day. Come on guys, let's go and have an amazing day down under.
So good morning, we're starting the video off here in Chinatown. It's 7 AM in the morning, so just quite quiet at the moment, but I suppose things will change. We've got Market City and Paddy's Market there, which we're probably not really gonna have time to go in this year, but we'll see. And we're walking round now to where we used to stay, and I think we are going to stay there one more night at the Ferry in Darling Harbour. So there you are, the Ferry, Darling Harbour. We're going to walk past and have a quick look and just see what's going down. Got a taxi outside, and there we are. Let's have a look inside. There you go, Ferry, Darling Harbour, and yeah, that looks really familiar as you have a look in there. Another one of these big notice signs again here, look here. But wow, just check this out now. This is just outrageous. It's so beautiful this morning. I'm going to go 360 for you. Walk up here now using the 360 for a minute or two, just having a look what we've got as we come through here. So we're right by the W Hotel and right by the IMAX Centre. People are jogging and running. Daryl's enjoying himself. He's doing some filming. And then, as I say, we are going to walk along Cockle Bay, which should be really, really good. I love all these signs telling you where to go and what's happening. They are pretty amazing. And it looks as if Daryl's just going to have a look in the W Hotel here and check it out. Let's go in and have a look. Wow. So there you are. There's the spectacular W. Yeah, the W's pretty nice. Look at this. Like a bar. It's really, really smart. And look what a fabulous view we've got of Darling Harbour there. Wow, that's amazing. Stunning. So they have said that this is on the list to be renovated. I don't know if that'll happen or whether it's just rumour. We'll have to watch this space and just see what happens there. I always love it here on this area here, Cockle Bay Wharf, look here, where you can see this amazing fountain display, which isn't actually on at the moment with all the birds standing there. Shame it isn't on. And I say that's where it says Cockle Bay Wharf, look you there. So when you look at it, it is just quite old, so probably is ready now to have a little bit of work done. Carry on with the walk down here. Daryl's in front of me and I'm just walking down the side of all the beautiful restaurants here at Cockle Bay and just really checking out what's happening. We've got more and more runners as I come down here, and there's some more here, but just so beautiful. And you can't think later on tonight just how packed this is going to be. And I would have said last night would have been the same. It would have been absolutely heaving with people. So as I'm walking along here past the sea life and the wildlife and Madame Tussauds, I'm going to give it a big shout out to an amazing Australian YouTuber. He gave me a shout out in exactly the same place here, and that YouTuber is HW Wonders, and you really need to check him out. He does some absolutely spectacular footage of the Sydney area, and we did meet you, HW, the other day, and we had an absolute cracking afternoon with you. Really, really enjoyed it and can't thank you enough for taking us where you did. It was absolutely superb. So yeah, he's brilliant, lives in Sydney, always doing beautiful videos on the area, so you need to check him out on YouTube, HW Wanderers. Share his channel, subscribe to his channel. Absolutely stunning. You won't get anything better if you want to look at videos of Sydney. Cracking guy. Let's carry on. Loving all these boards and everything here. Look at the advertising there at the Sea Life Centre, the turtles and all the fish, and the two kids there just memorised by what's going on. We've got the turtle, and then we come to the adverts now of the wildlife centre. Let's have a look what it actually says about that. So they've got loads and loads of different things like spiders, butterflies. Looking incredible. And that's Sydney Wildlife Zoo. Koalas they've got in there. So they've got loads and loads of different things. Birds, crocodiles. Yeah, they've got a lot there. Look at this again though, across here now. This is stunning here now again, with all the boats parked up. Look here. You can have a look here now. Look at Madame Tussauds again. So they've got the advertising of that there, and then we've got more advertising here now. Look, you've Sea Life Australia. Wow. Amazing. So this is now aquarium at Darling Harbour. We've got the tickets and information centre there, closed up at the moment. And as we turn round here, you're going to see all the Barangaroo area. So we're going to head right down there now and go past Barangaroo as the entrance to the wildlife centre. I think that opens about 10 o'clock. And we've got more and more adverts here of all these amazing areas and places. So look at this, koalas. It says there, discover the best of Australia. We've got a big crocodile. Wow, we've got everything being advertised there. We can have a look now across here. We've got all the ships of the museum. They're all there, looking absolutely stunning, sitting in the sun there. Wow. And then if I look this way, we're looking back to Darling Harbour again, and all the big harbourside buildings. Absolutely incredible. I think we'll just do a 360 again now here and just give you some perspective of where we are. Buildings here are incredible. Look how tall they are, and again, I'd love to know what they are, whether they're hotels or whether they're apartments. Let me know. We're coming now to the terminal where the ferries stop. So I didn't realise just how far down that was if you came to this area on the ferry. But look at this now, looking up at the Barangaroo buildings. Absolutely stunning. We're just having a look there, look at Victor Chang. That's going out now, and it's going to go probably across to the other point of Darling Harbour. So the like two floats either side and hollow underneath. I didn't realise that until I've just seen that. We've got all the signs there, look at the Barangaroo Wharf telling you where everything's going. But yeah, look at this, this is pretty amazing. It's like probably a little cafe or something, or a sitting area, but it's all covered in grass at the top. Got to have a look what's in there, see what's happening. So interested really. We're going to walk through. But look how many tables there is here. It's amazing. And what a stunning view you've got as you're in here. It's wow factor. It's incredible. Wow, it's amazing, that is. So I can sit at this table with me drink or me food, and we're looking up, and we're looking at all this here. Think, can you, years and years ago this was just all derelict land at the end of here. There was nothing hardly here at all, and they've made it into this absolutely fabulous area for people to just come and enjoy themselves. Stunning. And just look at the building as I look up there. Oh my word, that's absolutely massive. I'm just loving all this rock they've got here, look here as well. How stunning that looks all around the edge. It's incredible.
Right then guys, we're at Barangaroo. Now I can't believe it, I keep doing it with these mics. I keep forgetting to flip the mic on, and I've done lots of videoing this morning all the way through Cockle Bay, and obviously it records, but there's no sound. I don't know why I keep doing that. So yeah, the footage you've seen this morning is going to be Glenn's footage. And now I'm back with you guys.
See what that shot comes out at like now, as I'm dandling the camera right out over the water there, and I'm just really enjoying where I am.
Good old shot of Qantas arriving this morning. And it certainly is a beautiful morning in New South Wales. A little bit breezy as we approach this part of Barangaroo and the harbour. We are continuing the walk towards Circular Quay. You can see North Sydney there. Let's have an 8x zoom. That looks really nice. So that's Peacock Point, and that's where HW recommends to go over and get a beautiful view of the city. We're looking across there at the Anzac Bridge. I'm loving these 8x zooms. And we've got one of the fast ferries there. And looking back at the Maritime Museum, and of course the building site just across from Cockle Bay. I do believe this is the only part where you can actually go and have a little swim, have a little dip in Sydney Harbour. So this side of the buoys here, you can actually go and jump in and have a good old swim. And we've now reached the rocks area of Sydney, right in front of us. Nice little bathing area where you can actually, again, jump into the harbour. And look at that. What we're getting today is perfectly blue skies, beautiful blue harbour. Can life get any better? And there's the ferry heading from Pyrmont Bay to Circular Quay. Really do love the colours of the Sydney ferries. They are iconic. And that one's Borrowdale. 8 times zoom there at the top of the Crown Casino. Imagine having one of these little balconies down the side there. They would be really, really good. I'm going to take another little stop here and admire this awesome view. It's a beautiful day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not too much into these new Sydney ferries. A little bit of room at the top, a little bit of room at the back. All glass at the side. I like the ones where you open and you can enjoy all the views, but most of these new ones, you're all inside. And we've got Captain Cook Cruises, loving the red there. And then we've got a jet coming into Kingsford Smith.
Oh, we're both walking along here with absolutely tremendous view behind us, and I'm absolutely loving it.
It's so beautiful around here. Imagine coming and having a nice little picnic there, sitting on one of the rocks and having a view like that. Sorry, I correct myself. American Airlines. There we go. Coming into to Sydney this morning. That's the flight that we actually come in off. How incredible is that? American 37. Touching down, beautiful morning, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Let's have another look at Jackson Cove. Plenty of aircraft coming in this morning. You see another one there coming into Kingsford Smith. And Fast Ferry. And look at the Sydney Ferry. These guys are having a race. Look at this. And I think the Sydney Ferry is definitely winning that race this morning.
Got now of where we're actually heading to, and doesn't that look amazing with all the rockery and the trees and the grassland and everything there for us. Barangaroo now completed. We are now going to walk into the rocks. Look at the beautiful sky we've got. So Barangaroo Reserve, 1 minute, public toilets, 2 minutes that way. Lovely places here at Finger Wharf, or the Finger Wharfs, here in Walsh Bay. And looking across there towards the North Sydney area. Look at this, guys, what a way to spend a Sunday. I wouldn't mind one of these places. These look
Really, really nice. Glenn's loving the filming in New South Wales today. Look at these beautiful boats. That must cost an absolute fortune just to have them moored. Millions and millions of dollars boats. A nice little place that you can have there. Nice little bit of artwork there, and for somehow I don't think that car's going to be running again. We're now reaching the coat hanger, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We're currently walking on Hickson Road. Beautiful view of North Sydney. And we're going to soon be passing under the Harbour Bridge. Here we go. Sydney Harbour Bridge and Ive Steps. Should get a pretty good view. We are looking at the largest steel arch bridge in the world and an iconic symbol of Australia.
So we've gone 360 again there, look here, just showing you that, and we're getting the shots looking towards the Opera House and all under the bridge and everything. That's looking really, really amazing.
Construction for the Harbour Bridge started in 1923, and it took 8 years to build the coat hanger. So you can imagine there's going to be a huge party here in 2032. And the big question is, will me and Glenn be attending? You never know. 53,000 tonnes of steel and over 6 million rivets. On the top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, 134 metres.
Now the shot and everything, we're getting at the bridge and all the absolutely stunning harbour and everything there. That's just outrageously nice, and you can see the Opera House there as well, which is beautiful. So we're not far from the Opera House or Circular Quay or anywhere like that there.
Great fact is Paul Hogan used to work on the bridge before finding fame on Crocodile Dundee. And a very interesting fact for us Poms, 80% of the steel was made over in the UK. And a worker called Vincent Kelly survived a 55-metre fall from the coat hanger. How incredible is that? And sadly, 16 people lost their lives constructing one of Australia's best known icons. And what we're looking at, all the brickwork there was quarried from New South Wales. Over 250 stonemakers from all over the world were brought in to create this masterpiece. And I like this fact. It cost $10 million to build a bridge, and they only paid the debt off in 1988. Imagine how much it would cost to build that today. Looking at these old pictures, view south to Dowers Point, Harbour Bridge construction site from Milson's Point Ferry. Wow. Tube back in 1929, and we could have captured the building of the Harbour Bridge. And we're now reaching the iconic Opera House.
Got the 360 camera on as I walk here and go under the amazing bridge. Got all pictures on the bridge there showing you the construction of it from years and years ago. That does look pretty spectacular. And look at the view we've got of the Opera House as we come along here. Wow, this is just absolutely fabulous. I'm loving every minute of this. It's pretty incredible.
An absolute cracking shot there. Beautiful blue skies over towards the west of Sydney. We're over to the east in a minute, which I'll show you. We've got a lot of clouds coming in. And remember, you guys, we've climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge with a lovely guy called Phil Eden many times. I think Glyn's about 26, 27 times. I'm getting close to that 30 times of climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We used to do it every year coming to Sydney, but we kind of stopped just after COVID. It's just having the time, and also the cost of it now is not cheap. So yeah, as you can see, quite a few clouds coming in off the ocean there. Reminiscing again, we've had many times sitting on those seats, just chilling, having a drink, and looking at these beautiful views.
There you go again. Just having a look around at the rocks and the cruise liner, the opera house, and behind us the absolutely amazing Sydney Harbour Bridge. Wow, this is outrageous footage. I'm just loving every single minute I'm getting for you.
And we have celebrity cruises in this morning, so we'll be checking that out. We got the big old Manly ferry there. There's normally in this location a lot of weddings that go on. What an incredible place to get married. Right there with the Harbour Bridge behind you, and of course the opera house right in front. I'm loving this dual capture this year with the iPhone, so I can show you now in front. You guys can see what's behind me. The only thing that Apple need to do is this picture of me here is mirrored around, so it needs to actually go the other way around. So come on, Apple, get it sorted. Back in the 1800s, Robert Campbell, it was named after him. He was a local merchant in the area. Wool and sugar passed through this area from Southeast Asia and around the world. And what we're looking at there is called Campbell stores that originate way back in the 1800s, bringing back the history of this wonderful area. Look at that, we couldn't ask for anything any better. It's beautiful skies. Most expensive hotels in Sydney. All your big film stars like Sylvester Stallone. He was here 1 year, I believe, while we're here staying in one of these rooms. As you can see, a nice shot there, Campbell Cove. And life as sure is beautiful in Australia today. More memories, guys, and I'm sure Mum will share these with you. Used to sit on the seat over there on the right hand side, looking across at Campbell Cove, and of course the beautiful opera house. Look at the size of the ship. So this is the Celebrity Edge. Let's have a bit of a 8x zoom and have a look up there. Nobody really about at the moment. Yeah, the Celebrity Edge. Another beautiful shot. If you're gained into photography, that would be a classic one there, with a cruise ship and beautiful Campbell Cove. Now, Tim, back in England, if you're watching, I'm sure you're watching. If you imagine back in whenever we were here in Australia, right here in front, it's called Wolfie's. And that's where we had a really nice meal. I think we had a bit of crocodile there. And a bit of emu, a bit of everything. It's really good. Maybe one day we can do a cruise. I reckon we get a few hits on a cruise. It should be something different. So maybe in the future we can do a cruise for you guys at some point. Subscribe to the channel so we can get more money earned on YouTube, so we can retire and visit the world and share it with everyone. And we're looking here at one of the oldest buildings in Sydney, Cadman's Cottage. How beautifully kept is that? And right opposite the cruise terminal. Let's have a look at Circular Quay. We've now arrived at the beautiful rocks. This is George Street here on the rocks. We've got the Orient Hotel and fabulous memories there of the G'day Cafe. We used to always eat at the G'day Cafe. It was like a Turkish kind of style. And yeah, that's what the remains of the G'day Cafe looks like. A lot of memories there. And we've probably got lots of pictures sitting down there at the G'day Cafe here in the beautiful rocks of Sydney. It's flying by, bustling in the beautiful rocks of Sydney. Now all these outdoor dining areas really happened more after COVID, and they've kind of like taken over George Street. There are some beautiful buildings and places to eat here. Interesting facts about the rocks. So this is where the first English settlers first arrived here in Australia, 1988. The rocks comes from the name, well, the name here, it was all the sandstone rocks, and this is where people built the homes and the warehouses. So a lot of history here, and what you're looking at, this is the birthplace of the city of Sydney, right here in the rocks. And they're all eating away, and this poor little guy is hungry. That's where we had the meal with Phil last year at the Fortune of War. And Dave Waterhouse, if you're watching, which I'm sure you will be, this is the oldest boozer in Sydney, in Australia. So yeah, interesting fact. Right then, next we're going to take the ferry back to Darling Harbour and show you all the wonderful views as we go under the Harbour Bridge. That's a really different shot of the Celebrity Edge. It's huge. Right at the front there, look at that. Definitely a beautiful boat. Can't see many people out on the balconies or anything yet. And at the side of it, that's actually the refueling tanker right at the side there. One of the new Sydney ferries. Look at the size of the boat to the Sydney ferry there. Yeah, I can't see anybody aboard at the moment. I'll be able to get some really nice shots for you, again using the zoom. And there's Borrowdale, one of Sydney's new ferries there, where you can sit aboard the top. And them guys are loving it today. You can see the bridge climbers all aboard. And look at them lucky guys, right at the very top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Hey Charlotte, how are you doing? Many times. Me and Glenn have stood up there on a private climb with Phil. Fabulous memories. closer, we can get an even better shot for you guys. Hello, Victor Chang. Oh, look at them guys right up there. They've got one of the best views in the whole of Sydney. Shot of the Aussie flag there. The iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge. There's a big tanker heading out of the harbour there, dropping quite a lot of water. Look at that.
Now we're getting a shot there of the bridge. That's absolutely fabulous. You can see us on the boat. Incredible.
Now we have driven to this little area here, and we had some fabulous shots across, looking across at Sydney Harbour, right from there. And there goes supply. So you guys are getting some really good shots of the Sydney ferries today. Pacific Opal heading out. It's doing a bit of fishing here. Check that out. I mean, these are the kind of shots that we can now get for you using the 8x zoom of the iPhone. Incredible view of the Opera House and the ferry and the beautiful blue harbour. There goes the bridge climbers. Really love this view from this point here. You've got beautiful North Sydney. Looking across there at Luna Park. Again, if you check our channel out, our videos, we've got plenty of videos walking through Luna Park. Plenty of boats on the harbour today. And there goes the Manly Ferry. Passing by one of the most iconic buildings in the whole of the world. And there goes the Pacific Opal. Where in the world that's going to be heading to? Tugboat is following right behind.
Getting another absolutely fabulous shot again there now as we leave Luna Park. That's incredible. What you can see there as the camera fills the ferry. And you know, I'm just absolutely loving it.
Now look at that, that's a nice boat. Quite a few people aboard, enjoying themselves there. Another great view of the ferry there, Fishburn. I wonder how many ferries that we can see today on this journey for you.
Look at that shot. We're getting there now again. Looking at the ferry. That must be absolutely unbelievable for you again now.
Nice little sailboat. Bobbing along on the water today. And we're just reaching Peacock Point. HW Wonders, if you're watching, this is where you've recommended us to come to. I know at night time, but I can see what you mean. The view of the city of Sydney is incredible from here. Beautiful view, and I'm guessing, yeah, at night time it would be a cracker of a view. Wow, check out the size of that ship. Really, really nice. And then we've got the new Sydney ferry just crossing by. Not too sure what kind of aircraft that is. And we've got a cracker of a view there of the Barangaroo buildings. And that's where we've walked all along this morning.
And wow, look at this again now as we sail up here, looking at all these big buildings and the wharf. Absolutely stunning, that is. Just to get your picture like that. I love the the big Barangaroo Towers. They're pretty spectacular. They are, as I say, we go past. Look how tall they are. There's like 3 of them all looking the same. And then there's 2 more, and then there's the great big massive crown building as well. Really, really good.
There's that new sitting area that we passed by this morning. And there goes one of Sydney Ferries. In fact, that's a pretty tiny Sydney Ferry. That looks kind of cool. Height of these buildings. Wow. Good little place there to probably have a bite to eat, or maybe a cocktail or something in that bar.
Sailing off again now into the bay here. I'm just sitting here having a fabulous time, and we're getting some really spectacular footage as we sail through on Sydney Harbour. Wow. And look at the ferry. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm just loving it.
Right in front of us there at the bottom is Sydney Wildlife World, as we head into Pyrmont Bay. It's definitely a beehive of activity here on Sydney Harbour today. And there goes Alexander this morning as Alexandra passes by. That one's called Pearl. And look at all those guys on the top. We always try to give them a wave. Let's see if anyone will wave back. Not on that one. Guys, we're back on the Manly Ferry. Now it's a Sunday, so I'm hoping there's going to be lots of boats that we can get some stunning footage for you today. So come on, join us on the 30 minutes across Jackson Cove today.
Now as we take this and as we leave Sydney, you can see what we can see. Daryl's getting an amazing shot there of the Opera House, and I hope I am. I hope I've got a good view of the bridge as well as we come out here.
We've got Fort Denison as we pass by there, and a great view of the city behind. We've got perfect weather today. Look at that. That's a nice shot.
And look at this now as we dandle the pole out towards the water here. I don't know what sort of shots that's giving me, but I would imagine quite amazing. We'll have to see in a minute. It's a beautiful journey across here on the Manly Ferry. I'm really enjoying it.
Look at these guys having fun. Zipping around Sydney Harbour, getting absolutely soaking wet. That's a cracking shot. That's the Osboat, look at that. Nice shot. That's the one I was looking forward to capture. Look at that, full swing around. Really good one. And there it goes for even more fun on the harbour today.
And more amazing footage here now. And I hope this is going to be really, really good. You can see the water, the waves. I think Daryl's just waved at you there. So yeah, hanging the camera out of the Manly ferry. Stunning, absolutely stunning.
Not as many like boats and craft on the water I was hoping for, but still we're getting some beautiful shots as we head to Manly. And look at that, that is a fabulous shot. Nice little shot of the boat just passing in the waves of the ferry there.
Another shot there, you should be able to see us there now, probably better than you could before, and you should be getting an absolutely fabulous shot of the boat as well. Amazing. It's just stunning, isn't it? Thinking you're going to Manly on this really, really old ship. I think it's Queenscliff we're on, but unfortunately I think it's going to get a little bit choppy as we go across the water in a minute, so they've shut all the main front of the ship off where we always like to stand.
We are getting some pretty big sea swells as we pass the Sydney Harbour here. Wow. I don't know if I'd like to be in that little boat. Just difficulty hanging onto the camera a little bit there, but it's not as bad as yesterday, but there are some pretty big swells coming. Let's just see if we can get a view that way of the ocean swells. Look at that. We're still having a fabulous trip across. The surges of water are certainly nothing compared to yesterday, but still pretty high. Look at those. Oh, there's a pretty big swell there. Look at this one. That one's going to make the boat dip a little bit there. Just gotta love a trip to Manly, haven't you? Absolutely fantastic. Right, so let's have a little zoom in and have a look at these swells on the ocean today. Look at these. 8x zoom, so that's Southhead. You can see the waves bashing against the cliffs there. And we're looking at Northhead now. We've got a fair swell there, look at that one. Yeah, we're definitely getting some pretty incredible footage. Nothing compared to yesterday, but look at that. If I zoom into the swells of the ocean there, look at them. Wow. Yesterday we got the boats on, and what was quite amazing was watching the other ferries disappearing down in the swells. Let's see if we can watch the Manly fast ferry dip up and down there as it crosses the Sydney Heads. Oh yeah, he's disappeared quite a lot now. Look at that. Those are the kind of shots that I was after, but yesterday they were completely disappearing down. That's a pretty unusual shot. Look at that. 7 miles from Sydney, we have arrived in beautiful Manly. Gonna head up the Corso, check the beach out, see if there's any beach open today due to the swells, and see what's going on this beautiful Sunday in New South Wales.
Camera up above the people here as we walk down here so we can get a better shot. And you'll see now probably how many people are walking down. It's absolutely packed. So we're getting past where all the demolition work is there. That was the Manly boathouse. Haven't been down there for a few years. And we'll be coming in a minute to the wonderful church. We'll have a look at as we get there. We've probably got to wait here now to cross the road. Check out all the people heading up the Corso today. Going to be a few dollars spent in all the little cafes, shops around here today. We're just passing Coles on the right hand side. All I can say is crowded. People everywhere. Everyone's having fun today. Lots of buskers about today. Great day for an ice cream today, I think. And there's good old Humphreys of Manly. Been in there many times, again, plenty of memories. So today, Manly Beach is actually open. We've still got pretty big waves, I believe. But yeah, it's back to usual Manly. And we got the lifeguards over there. Yeah, the waves are much smaller today, but still looking pretty beautiful. And I'm going to say, it's welcome to Australia. Come and say good day. It sure is one beautiful day here on Manly Beach today. Still actually dangerous currents out there, I believe. Everyone's enjoying this beautiful Sunday afternoon. All the pubs and the cafes are crammed today. All enjoying this amazing weather. There's there, 2 icons, 1 collab. HW, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, I think that's pretty true. What do you reckon? 2 icons, HW here in Sydney, our channel in England, 1 collab. 2 icons together. Thumbs up for that one then, guys. So, this is like a Ferris wheel built of plastic pieces or something, not too sure what it's built of. Well, that looks wonderful. Well done to him for all the hard work on that one. It's a happy place, good vibes.
We're going to take you guys back to Circular Quay, and then we're going to have a walk down George Street and see what the shopping's like today. And then we'll probably head to the hotel, grab a coffee on the balcony, and we'll be out again for the evening show tonight. Right, the boats are back on the water. Hopefully going to try and get you some good shots. Super windy. So I'm guessing this is why they've all headed out. So what I'm hoping to do, if I can get my breath, is get these kind of shots as we cross Jackson Cove today. Look at the handle of the boat there. Wow. We're definitely getting plenty of splashes. I can see the ferry light in front struggling a little bit. The swells are getting pretty big now. Oh, we're going for a big drop now. Here we go. Wow. Here's another one, guys. Whoa. Now we've got a huge swell coming this way. This one's going to give us a big dip down. Watch this one. Whoa. Whoa, that was a good one. I better hold on. It's definitely dirting my glasses a lot now. Keep an eye for those boats in the distance. They kind of disappear when the big waves come over there. So we are crossing the headlands, the entrance to Sydney Harbour. Or a bad thing. We've got another huge swell. Wow. See, we've got more. Oh, I've plenty of sea on my face then. We're getting capturing moments. We're creating memories again for you guys. Oh, look at this one. We're going to drop down pretty big. See why they're not allowing you right to the front of the ship. We're probably going to get a big splash at some point. Wow, look at the wave coming now. Oh, this one's a big one, guys. Whoa! Whoa! That was... Oh. Ah, that was salty. Wow. Look at the swells now, they're just unbelievable. We're going to get a big one here now. Oh! This is incredible. A lot of fun. The guys behind us there are loving it. Oh, we're going for a big one. Oh! Oh my God. What we do for YouTube, eh? This is seriously... Oh, now. We're going for a big one. Hold on. This is big. Hold on. This one's huge. Oh! The boat's like going to the right there. That was crazy. 2 Navy ships coming up right here. Wow, number 86. Beautiful ship. I can't see through my glasses how much salt on them. Taste all the salt on my lips as well. Oh my God. Yeah, well, that was incredible fun. Loved it. And I'm hoping you guys at home also love that as well. Watching me and Glenn go an absolute soaking. I'm not too sure what kind of boat that is, but pretty unusual. Let's just zoom into the to the crew there. I think we're actually quite lucky to see that out on Sydney Harbour today. Wow. And it's beginning to struggle a little bit in the harbour. It's definitely going to throw it around a lot. These are the kind of shots that I'm after. It's a little difficult to hold the camera in these winds as well. He's having fun today. He's a bit on the soak side as well. Right, let's have a zoom in. Come on guys, big thumbs up if you're loving these 8x zooms with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And of course you've got dual capture. And look at them hanging on the side of it. Amazing. A real nice shot there. Entrance to Sydney Harbour and the two yachts. We've got the Manly Ferry, obviously coming from Circular Quay to Manly. And look at this one, storming through the harbour today. Yeah, he's a pilot boat. Ripping through. I'm so glad that Sydney has brought the old Manly ferries back to life again. That would have been a bad decision to have these new fast ferries. These are iconic. And to me, they are Sydney. That's what it's all about. 30 minutes of full enjoyment. Love it. And that's Narrabeen. Got another naval boat out there. And there we've got the fast ferry heading to Manly, and look at that. Beautiful boat, cracking picture. Great shot there, Fort Denison. And the iconic Opera House. We said, what a wonderful day here in Australia. And me and Glenn are so lucky to be able to see wonderful places like this in the world. And I think we're living the Australian dream today. Balmoral, heading fast ferry to Manly. And there's some little speedboats on today as well. And we're now going to be getting those beautiful views as we head into Circular Quay. Look at that. 10,226 miles from the UK. We're here, down under in Australia. How amazing is that? Fantastic sights. I remember first coming and seeing the Opera House in 92. I loved it then and still do. Hey Charlotte, how are you doing today? There's Charlotte. Just get a good zoom of Charlotte as she passes by. Guys, how beautiful is that? Look at that. Incredible footage we're bringing to you guys in 2026. So we've just met a lovely fella there who does a lot of content creating, and he's got some incredible shots of the Manly Ferry hitting those big waves. And he's told us why they're loading at the top, and it's because of the sea levels. And yeah, apparently they've closed the front of the decks in bad weather because there was quite a bad injury last year. Check out the sky, guys. There's not a cloud in the sky. Stunning day. Beautiful, and plenty of people out. If you're into people watching, you can check everyone out. I wonder where everyone's from. Are they Aussies? Are they Poms? Are they Yanks? Americans? Chinese, Japanese, French, German, Singaporean. They're going to be from all over the world coming to this fabulous place. So here's the light rail at Circular Quay, and that will take us right to the doorstep of our hotel. But today we're going to walk George to the QVB, the Queen Victoria building. There's some huge buildings here in Sydney. Look at that one. Right, let's continue. George Street. And life is beautiful in Australia today. Kind of like these shots as well, where normally do this in New York, where we just spin around and look at those buildings. Look at that. So who remembers George Street when this was traffic coming down here? I remember buzz after buzz after buzz, all the famous blue buses of Sydney blasting down here. And look at it now, 2026. You've got the light rail. And yeah, I really like the light rail. It's an amazing way of getting from, say, where we stay in Chinatown down to Circular Quay. And let's just watch the one of the light rails just passes there. And there's Glenn with his big selfie stick. He's off fishing again today. And there goes the light rail heading west up George Street. So when you're walking, always look up. Check that out, the Bank of New South Wales. And we've reached the Apple Store here on George Street. Like this building in front, Mont Blanc. So this is King Street and George. Let's cross over and have a look.
So look at this now as we walk up here with the 360 camera on up George Street. We'll probably in a minute see a light rail. In fact, there's one in front of me. Daryl's enjoying his videoing, and the light rail is going to come past us now in a second. So that should be pretty good as we come up this street. Wow! Look at that. It's pretty incredible, that is. So good. Let's have a look down George from where we walk from. So right at the bottom there, Circular Quay. And looking west towards the QVB. And check out this bad boy. Soft serve ice cream at Mackie D's, 50 cents each. 2 for $1. Right, that Mackie D's ice cream, definitely at the spot. I was ready for that. Let's continue the journey through George Street. It's now coming up to 3:22. The day is flying by yet again. And there's the light rail. Don't forget, when you're walking up George Street, look up. Look at the stunning buildings. Here comes the light rail. That's a classic photo. Everyone's getting on, dog's getting on. Look at this. We're gonna cram on. Well, we've had a little break in the hotel. Got a bit of sun on the balcony. Had a nice coffee, and we are back at it. Back on the light rail. Circular Quay. Sydney Harbour, Manly, Opera House, Harbour Bridge. We've got all that for you guys again to come tonight. We're now coming up to 4:52 in the afternoon, and it's 23 degrees.
Still a beautiful evening, and I guess it's probably going to start cooling off quite quickly. Look at all the people around the Opera House. Let's do a zoom in as we pass by the Opera House there. We generally just sit there on the edge. What an amazing view. Alright, so we are starting this afternoon, or evening as we call it probably now, with that beautiful view of the iconic Opera House. I wonder if you can actually see our favourite chair there that we sat on the other day. We are at that fun part again. Here is the Sydney Heads, the harbour entrance to Sydney. And let's see if we're going to get some big swells. Put on wide mode and you can see Glyn there doing a bit of filming as well. Hopefully we're going to capture those moments and then we're going to create you some memories. Okay, yeah, we're going up, we're going down. I better hold onto the camera. Swells are getting pretty big, not too bad. But we're only just starting to go through the headlands, so let's see how this one actually goes. Okay, well those swells are starting now, and it's rocking the boat a little bit. So much fun, loving it. And I hope you guys at home are enjoying it too. It's been a really incredible day again. Whoa, look at this, we're going, that was a big drop. You can probably see the Manly Ferry rocking. He's doing a bit of a turn towards Manly. And at the moment, we're doing good. No major swells, nothing like 2 days ago. That was just crazily good. So yeah, going back to enjoying it. I hope you've enjoyed day 7 so far. We've still got lots more to come. And the great thing about filming these daily videos, you never know what we can film next. There's always something that we can see and check it out for you guys. Let's just look back. You can probably see the swells a little bit more when we go that way. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can check them out. So drop me some comments. Have you ever been to Sydney before? Or has this video inspired you to come over? And if so, come and say g'day. See, the sun is just starting to colour up the land over there. Nice little shot of a sailboat there riding the waves. Wow, look at the ocean there. That sailboat's disappearing. Love those shots. Look at that. That's awesome. It's the swell of the water. And he's disappearing again. Look at that, he's gone. And as always, it's fantastic to be back in beautiful Manly. Right, we're shopping Aussie style here. I'm going to pick up some cookies. So we're in Coles here in Manly. So this is what Manly looks like on this Sunday evening. As another beautiful day in Sydney comes to an end. It looks like she's been surfing, or whether she's going surfing. Doing a Baywatch run. Right over there you can see the Manly lifeguards. Look at all these, waiting for that perfect wave. A couple of, well, 3 surfers there. All with the boards. And you've got them riding the waves out there. Look at these guys having a scrap for food. Let's get a bit of close-up beach action right here on the ocean front. How about getting ready to run as soon as these waves come roaring in? Let's just do a zoom in there. So calming, isn't it, listening to the waves. Still some big surf coming in. There we go, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Got a better view of what I've just written in the sand there. How cool is that? Come on, give me a big thumbs up. Drop me some comments and subscribe to the channel. Look at all these guys chilling on the beach as well today. Coming up to 10 to 7 now. Sun is heading down. What an awesome day that we've had today. And just check out that sunset. It's going to be a beautiful one. Right, we are heading back to Circular Quay. And we've got to go past the headlands. And let's see what fun we're going to get tonight. And I think any moment now we're probably going to get another splash here. The waves are getting pretty big. That was a bit of a drop then. Yeah, I've just got a face full of seawater there. Definitely swinging around a lot now. That guy moved pretty quick. He's gone in. Oh wow. Oh, we're gonna have a big splash here. Oh my god, people are screaming on this one tonight. What footage are we getting for you guys? This one's crazy. So you've got a beautiful sunset, you've got screaming people, and we could get soaking wet. Oh, we're going seriously down. Yeah, people are screaming. I don't know if you can see them then, but right, we've got a few big swells coming here. We're going down, guys. We're going down. Get ready for the screams. Here we go. Oh, look at this one. Look at this swell. Huge swells coming. Yeah, you're definitely going to get a scream on this one. Oh my. This is amazing, isn't it? It just gets better. You just don't know what you're going to record on YouTube until you eventually come to it. There's some people right at the front of the boat. I don't know how they've got right at the front. He's doing a bit of a Titanic then. Oh, here we go. I don't think this is over just yet. Everyone's piling to the front of the boat now. But they might get a good splash. Let's have a look. I'm going to keep rolling. You never know, we just need that amazing tow. Oh, that was a drop. This is fun. Real good fun. I think the worst is over now. But yeah, that was good. And there's the Queen's Cliff, heading back to Manly. And yet another beautiful sunset here in New South Wales tonight. And it looks as though we just missed a huge cruise ship heading out. Look at all the lights on that one. And when we get closer, we'll probably see all the people aboard saying bon voyage to Sydney. Yeah, the tug at the side, steering its way out to the harbour tonight. That's an awesome view. Now if we zoom in, can we see any of the people up the top? Probably quite a few people on the balconies there. Norwegian cruises. Look at that. Beautiful ship. So that's the Norwegian Spirit. There's quite a few people on the top there. Beautiful colours on the ship in the middle there. Wow, and I wonder where that's heading tonight. That's a cracking shot that we've got for you guys again. And just look at all the people tonight watching this fabulous sunset. And the Opera House looking grand tonight. Just starting to light up. Beautiful. We've had an amazing time in Sydney the last few days. And we just paused here waiting to go into Circular Quay, but look at that for a cracking shot of the Opera House tonight. We've got no bridge lit at the moment, but I guess they'll flick the switch at any time and light the coat hanger in Sydney tonight.
Right by the tourist spot.
What a great place to have a meal tonight, looking out at the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I love how they light the palms up at this part of Circular Quay. Here we go, the beautiful Opera House. A lot of well-dressed people tonight heading to the opera. I suppose they're going to have a wonderful night on the Sunday night in Australia. And we've actually got almost a full moon tonight. Look at that, so lucky to be able to see that again tonight. Definitely an icon of the world. And look at this, they've switched the lights on. I love looking at the lights of Kirribilli. Well, our first part of Sydney is coming to an end, but we will be back on Easter Friday to Sunday at the moment, so we are going to take you guys up to Queensland first, and then we'll be back in New South Wales just for the night before we start heading home on that bloody long flight back to the UK. We have had a fabulous day, and thank you to all you guys for joining us on another amazing adventure here in a land down under. Well, we managed to get a seat really easy tonight, and this is our view. So in front of me, the beautiful Sydney Harbour Bridge, and behind me, look, I don't know if you can see if I point it down a bit, there's the Opera House. So we're going to have probably almost an hour here before we head back and call it another day done. Wow, look at this. We are bringing you guys sunrise in Sydney. How beautiful is that? So another destination we are heading to today. Look at that, it's an incredible shot as we head over Stradbroke
The
Island.
seatbelt sign is now on. All passengers and crew must now be seated with seatbelts fastened.
Wow, absolutely beautiful, eh? And you can see in the distance, I think it's that Tangalooma. Well, there we go, guys, end of another beautiful day, but this time in Queensland.
Join Daryl and Glenn on day 8 for a new adventure in Queensland.